So we are on the road today. We are just going past Wembley. We're with Jason and well, things are going to happen today, hopefully, and hopefully you actually see this video because we're buying a car sight unseen off the internet. Basically, what's going to happen is we're going to go and buy a car from around 4 hours away, plus a boat journey from our houses. Hopefully it's all right.
Hopefully it's all right.
You've only seen pictures of it at this point, haven't you?
Yeah, and we've had a look at the MOT history and stuff.
But
the car isn't the important piece.
No, the pieces on it are.
It's the bits in it. We're looking to enhance Jensen's Blue Fiesta and make it a bit more modern using time period pieces.
But don't tell them what's actually going to happen. You have to watch the video, of course, and see what the car is, whether we actually buy it, and buying a car sight unseen off the internet relatively cheaply, are we doing the right thing?
I'm having to use 70% of the M25 to get there.
Yeah, which is really annoying. I mean, we've been on the road since 5 o'clock this morning.
Yes.
And although we had to drop someone else off to their car, things have happened already before this even video has started.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey. But hopefully we catch up with you guys closer to Essex, because that's where we're going. And hopefully the car's all right. And hopefully we make it back as well, because this could be one of those videos where we're stuck on a motorway in a broken down car. It's on the M-Reg.
Sold.
We'll see. It's got some low miles though.
It's not even a couple of £1,000.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This could go really wrong. We're interrupting today's video to give a massive thank you to today's sponsor, D'Agostini. Build your very own 1/8 scale Lotus Renault 97T driven by the legend Ayrton Senna. This highly detailed model, made of metal and high-end materials, created with reference to the original designs held by the classic Lotus team, is the ultimate Lotus Formula One car. Even down to the amazing details like the rubber Goodyear tyres and this awesome weighted Ayrton Senna helmet. Tons of fun facts included in every issue. Click the link in the description to get your subscription today, but let's get back to the video. So the real question of the day though is going to be, Jason, are you going to just buy this blindly anyway because you've got we've come this far, we need to buy it anyway? Are you going to do that, or are we actually going to drop it if there's something wrong with it?
If it starts and stops, you're driving it home.
Cool, that's fine with me, that's okay. If it doesn't, you're still going to buy it anyway.
I don't think we'll be able to get it home unless it runs properly.
Make good YouTube content though, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. Buying anything scarily fast or anything scarily rare today, but it is rare.
It is rare, it's genuinely rare.
But I think it's slipped under the radar of no one caring. Because when you see it, people might not care, but for what I need it for, it's going to make the coolest car.
This isn't one of those things where it's like, I've bought my dream car and this is blah blah blah. This is going to be one of those things that will make sense in the long run, but trying to get this car is hard because it is genuinely quite rare.
I've shown a few people and they've gone,
they do that?
Did that exist? I'm like, apparently so, it did. It was a run-off vehicle, so it has some valuable components for the purposes of upgrades. That's all I'm saying.
And that's how we like them. Well, we are currently driving through
this bus is going to Appleton.
That's there. We're going down here.
Buck Lane.
Buck Lane we're going to at the moment. To be fair, I was going to try and do some car spotting as we jolly ourselves along, but to be honest, the only car spotting we have is, this Range Rover. Does that count? Not sure if that does. I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
Seen some best cars to say.
To be fair, on the way up here, and if you haven't already followed me on the Instagram, you would know full well that I spotted a Sierra Cosworth this morning at 7 AM in the rain. That is
what only can be described as a pensioner at the helm.
Yes, he was an elderly gentleman who was enjoying his Cosworth
on his way to the post office to get his pension.
Yeah,
his magenta Sierra Cosworth.
It was a lovely thing.
Going through the Hindhead Tunnel.
Yeah, of all places. So, if you haven't seen that content, go and have a look at my Instagram. Now let's face it. Right, as the radio goes down, we are deep inside of Essex. We're looking at fancy houses. There's a Cavalier, look at that. Cavalier sat up, like ready to me to buy it and do some YouTube content on it. There's some lovely bits around here. It's always one of those things for me. I love getting nosy. Not putting it on social media on camera, but getting nosy when we're in places like this. I'm not going to obviously put where that Cavalier is, but there's a lovely 911, 924, 993, whatever it was. Lovely 911 there on a rather large house. But yes, we are exactly 2 minutes away. Fingers crossed.
This isn't a hoax.
This isn't a lie, this video.
Face Day Marketplace hoax.
Yeah, fingers crossed we don't get, I mean, you'll see the video, but I mean, we might get beaten up for...
Actually a car there.
Yeah, we might just get our bank accounts drained, we don't know yet. That's a nice house, look at that. Anyway, let's go and buy an old car, shall we?
Last time we came away and did this, we came home without it, do you remember?
We did, yeah.
We came up here and looked at that Mark 1 Focus.
Yeah, and we walked away.
And we walked away.
Ooh. Right, hopefully that's not the case this time. Fingers crossed. Yeah. In true JW fashion, we've come straight to, no one can see it, but we've come straight to a hand car wash because you can't stand the smell. It honestly,
£20.
it proper stinks in there, you have no idea. Yeah. Oh, you can't stand the smell in it already, so he's already rung me saying, mate, we need to go somewhere else and get this clean. So what we're actually going to do is leave the car. I'm not going to string you guys along. That's the car. We'll come back to it in a minute. We need to get some food though, because I'm so hungry. We have no idea.
I just said to him, here's 30 quid.
Please, let's leave it. Please, can we leave it here?
So I said, give you 30 quid. He goes, no, too much. I said, no, do a nice job.
Yeah, do a nice job.
And
that's very
like,
nice of you.
He's like, thank you.
It stinks in there, so please do a very nice job.
I turned the blowers on.
You got covered in crap.
I got covered in leaves.
Now, I haven't actually showed them what it is yet. I have sort of just like here. So we'll come back and we'll pull it somewhere and actually do a proper bit to camera because
it's a bit shaky.
It's a bit shaky. Well, that's what happens when you just roll up and buy a car.
And it went...
So after a bit of driving, we've made ourselves to a petrol station. The van doesn't need petrol, that's good, but the new car does, of course, because you don't really buy used cars that have got petrol in them. This actually had a quarter of a tank, so it'd be interesting to see how much it is to fill up a car like that. I know I'm a bit weird. That stuff sort of interests me in a weird way, but I'll introduce Jason's new car in a second. We'll explain it as well, because there's a few people out there that might not understand it. I get it, and we'll talk about rarity as well, because although I've used rare quite a lot, we're going to explain why it's relatively rare. Check it out. What a machine! Electric window, stop it! So Jason,
there she is.
Let's explain, one, what we're actually looking at.
A white Fiesta.
A white Fiesta.
Mark III.
Mark III.
It is a 1.6 16 valve powered Z-Tech in a gear. So what this means is it's got the later technology stuff in the old car, but it was the run-off model. So this is one of the last of them, and it has the lovely engine that is going to do some bits in
a different platform,
in a different car. So what this means, it's got a fuel injection tank, it's got a fuel injection engine, it has an ECU. It's just so fantastic. The door cards match the Recaros out of his car. The dashboard is black, which is what we wanted. We didn't want a blue one. We've got a dark carpet. We've got matching rear bench seat for his RS Turbo Recaros now. So this is going to be, sadly, broken up, but everything will be transplanted into the blue car. Ooh. And it'll make the blue car the best you can get.
Yeah.
So it'll be a 1600 16 valve, which is much nicer than that old 1100, whilst retaining an originality because it is still a Fiesta engine.
Yeah.
Out of a Mark III. So here we are.
Here she is. Little 16 valve on the back there. Check that out. And to be fair, it's actually quite good condition. Like, it's all right.
It's not horrible, yeah, it's fine. It drives really well. It goes very well. It's like an XR2i basically, but a hell of a lot cheaper.
Oh yeah. So these are not readily available, but they're out there on the market.
But they're all 1.1s and 1.3s.
Yeah.
You're not finding a 1600.
No.
You're just not.
Which is
the hood.
The main reason why this exists and why...
Yeah, the reason I bought it is for me, I can put everything in this car into Jay's beautiful shell because it has this.
Look at that in there.
So a fuel injection engine, which also means when he wants to upgrade, you stick a 2 litre Mondeo in it.
Yeah.
And you've got all the attachment features, power steering, He doesn't have power steering. It's a non-accident car. It's done 27,000 miles.
Yes, let's just show everyone that. I know we're breaking this up, I know it's going to happen, but just check that in there. See if my camera can pick it up. 27,773 miles.
And power steering. So like, the closest you'll get to this spec, without it being as cheap as this, would be an SI or an XR2i. Now SIs seem to be up at like 3 and 4 grand. XR2is for a 16 valve on the road, 8 upwards,
yeah, easily.
10 for a nice one,
cars up there,
and you wouldn't break those up.
No.
But this is going to make Jensen's RS accessory car exactly where I want it to be.
The ultimate non-RS car, which is the idea here, isn't it?
Yeah, and being a he's going to have a 16 valve engine, which means it will sound nice with the exhaust on it. Perfect.
And we'll just go around the car and show bits. Similar XR2 wheels.
XR2 wheels were standard on a gear, or they were an optional on the gear of this era.
Essex Ford Basildon sticker on the back.
Plates.
Essex plates in there.
Another thing Jensen's car doesn't have, being the 1100, it doesn't have an anti-roll bar.
No.
It doesn't have the bigger brakes that this has. This has the XR2i/RS turbo brake setup with the vented discs. Jensen's only got single discs. And when I started looking online at all the parts to buy to make Jensen's car a bit more special, and then this popped up, I'm like, well, it's all there.
It's literally there, ready to go, and we can drive it home and make a video for everybody as well.
And it's MOT and tax.
It's ready to go. So yeah, here is the new parts car, I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
Anyway, cut to a bit of fanciness in the edit. And so has the little Fiesta. Yes, was getting worried because it's hot today. It's really hot. It's really hot. Right, let's get on this ferry and we'll assess the car. Hopefully it's still running when we actually get home. So, end of the video. It's the next day. I'm currently editing this video, and basically we jumped on the boat and I think the realisation kicked in. We can't destroy this car. We can't part out. We cannot do this to a basically zero, and it's had one owner, so there's no owners on the logbook, 27,000 mile Fiesta. I think we both come to the realisation after obviously being around the car for a couple of hours, you know, 4 hours, say 5-hour journey back home, I think, and the comments might surround this idea that, yeah, it's not going to be broken down, is it? Let's be honest, it's a bit too good. It's sort of a very hard car to find, one owner, 27,000 mile, you know, good spec car like this. Yeah, we'll see in the next video. Make sure you, again, subscribe to the channel, like this video. If you've got to this point and you are still watching and now you know full well that we're not going to break it down, and all of the people in the comments that have gone absolutely ballistic at us for breaking down such a low owner, low mileage car, now you know, you guys know because you watched the last bit of this video, that's not going to happen, is it? Of course it's not. So I thank you guys for watching, getting to 12 minutes, whatever, 13 minutes maybe that this video has got to, and we will carry on this story in the next video. We'll see you on the next one.